All right, there you see the Capitol building. Four elite gymnasts speaking out. Boy, this was so difficult to listen to, but necessary. They were speaking out against the system that failed to investigate their sexual assault allegations. The abuse carried out by the former USA Gymnastics Team doctor, Larry Nassar. The women gave emotional accounts during a Senate Judiciary Committee on Wednesday. And our D.C. correspondent Bofta Yimam has more now. And both of these women were brave. They were candid. As I said, it was very difficult to listen to. The pain was palpable. The toll this is taking on them is just enormous.
It's enormous. It's heartbreaking and disturbing testimony. Simone Biles declaring herself, Sharon, a survivor of sexual abuse, saying in her statement, "We suffered and continue to suffer." Now, one by one, these elite gymnasts talked about feeling regarded, especially by the FBI. Wednesday's hearing, by the way, is part of a congressional effort to hold the FBI accountable. This comes after a scathing report from the Justice Department's Inspector General's office. USA Gymnastics first reported the allegations to the FBI's field office in 2015, but delays and mishandling of reports allowed Larry Nassar to continue abusing other gymnasts under the guise of medical treatments. The Justice Department found that the FBI made errors, including false statements and failing to properly document complaints by the accusers. The gymnasts pointed at the missteps of the FBI, USA Gymnastics, and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee for failing to investigate or act. Now, the FBI has acknowledged that its conduct was inexcusable. And while FBI Director Christopher Wray was not leading the Bureau at the time of the allegations, he did apologize for the FBI's actions and inactions, as well as the pain it's caused.
To be clear,
Take your time.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse. USA Gymnastics and the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee knew that I was abused by their official team doctor long before I was ever made aware of their knowledge. As you pursue the answers to those questions, I ask that your work be guided by the same question that Rachel Hollander and many others have asked: how much is a little girl worth? I sit before you today to raise my voice so that no little girl must endure what I, the athletes at this table, and the countless others who needlessly suffered under Nassar's guise of medical treatment, which we continue to endure today. We suffered and continue to suffer because no one at FBI, USAG, or the USOPC did what was necessary to protect us. We have been failed, and we deserve answers. Nassar is where he belongs, but those who enabled him deserve to be held accountable.
Why are public servants whose job is to protect getting away with this? This is not justice. Enough is enough. Today, I ask you all to hear my voice. I ask you, please do all that is in your power to ensure that these individuals are held responsible and accountable.
There's no question, Larry Nassar was a monster, a horrific predator. He was not the only monster in gymnastics, and gymnastics was not the only sport that had monsters. Our report focused not only on the monsters, but the enablers, the institutions that failed you, the schools like Michigan State University, USA Gymnastics, the coaches and trainers. They all looked the other way when you came to them. And then the FBI looked the other way.
One FBI agent was fired from the agency after failing to properly investigate, lying about it. Nassar is currently serving a 40 to 175-year state prison sentence after 150 women and girls came forward to expose he abused them over the course of 20 years. And Sharon, as was just mentioned, we really don't know the scope of the number of enablers involved over that 20-year period.
Yeah, and it just makes you so angry. little girls aren't worth much, apparently. This borders on human rights, if not human rights abuse, quite frankly. The systemic nature of it, both. And that FBI agent who was fired, you mentioned, that only happened days ago. His boss was allowed to just retire. So the Department of Justice, of course, zeroing in on the Department of Justice, the DOJ is under fire for not prosecuting, declining to prosecute others, the enablers in this thing, the ones who lied to investigators. You tried lying to an FBI agent, failing to appear at Wednesday's hearing. They didn't even show up. So what can we expect going forward?
Well, Attorney General Merrick Garland, along with the Deputy AG, are expected now to show up before the Senate Judiciary Committee in October, where lawmakers will be able to publicly question them. This could come, Sharon, because of the media coverage and because of this committee hearing. Now, we know the DOJ spokesperson pointed to the chairman's opening remarks at Wednesday's hearing that noted it's a long-standing department policy not to comment on decisions not to prosecute. But the chairman said oversight of the DOJ is a core responsibility of the committee. Many are frustrated with the DOJ for the things you just mentioned, since no FBI agents in the Nassar probe have been prosecuted. As you said, we just learned very recently of the FBI agent who was fired. But prosecution is a whole nother box, and that has not happened. And that is what these gymnasts are calling for. They wanted to go deeper into the probe, go farther back into the probe to see, as you mentioned, that key word, enabler, the enablers involved in this. We know that there are a number of them, especially because of the nature of gymnastics, right, Sharon? We know that many women who go into the gymnastics sport, they are often in secluded type of situations where their training camp, parents aren't allowed, things of that nature. So there's no adult oversight for someone who is going to look out and protect them. And so many layers of this that will be exposed in the coming weeks and the coming months, and the DOJ will be taking on those questions. It's expected again in October. Sharon.
Yeah, well, what you describe as a predator's dream, an absolute dream for a predator like Larry Nassar. You know, it's just when policy, DOJ policy, that we don't comment on decisions not to prosecute trumps a little girl's rights. That's really what it boils down to. Falsified records, did all kinds of trashy things. Both to keep us posted, Bofta Yimam live from Washington. Thanks so much for your reporting.